Hey guys, today we're going to go over some basic strategy to do in Jiu Jitsu. I have a lot of beginners come in and they're like, I get to a position and I don't know what to do. So I'm going to kind of cover just like a general strategy that you want to do when you enter Jiu Jitsu and start training. And this is something you want to do whether you're a white belt or you're a black belt. You're always looking for progression. You're always looking to get to a better and better position. Right? The better the position that I have on an opponent, I am giving myself more opportunities and more options while taking away my opponent's opportunities and options. So first things first, when you're on the feet, the goal is to go for a takedown. I need to take my opponent from the feet to the ground. There's a lot of different ways we can do that. For instance, if I had a single leg, right, we call this a single leg takedown, I can take him down to the floor. Right? I could do what's called a double leg, right? I can clear his hands, come in, and shoot him, or a double leg. There's a lot of different ways that you can take your opponent to the ground. If this was MMA, I might be doing strikes. I might be striking my opponent in order to get a grip on them and then take them to the ground, right? In sport jiu-jitsu, we're just looking to hand fight, right? We're not punching each other. I'm looking to get a grip on him in some manner to get a hold of him and then eventually take him to the floor. In sport jiu-jitsu, you can do what is called pulling guard. This is not something you're going to do in an MMA fight or a street fight, but you can do it in sport jiu-jitsu, so just know that it's a thing. In order to pull guard on someone in sport jiu-jitsu, you need to make contact with them in some manner. This could be me just gripping a hold of his wrist and people will sit down. Once again, I'm obviously not going to do that in a real fight or an MMA fight. It's a good way to get yourself knocked out, right? So just know that you're allowed to do that in sport jiu-jitsu, but you should look and learn to do takedowns and learn how to take your opponent to the ground and not just rely on bringing the fight to the ground by sitting down. If you are going to pull guard, I think it's best, for instance, for you to pull into a good position where you can then look to start sweeping your opponent or submitting them right off the bat. If you are going to do something like that, that is a good strategy. So if I take my opponent to the ground or he pulls guard, he pulls guard, and his back is on the ground or his butt's on the ground, my goal is to pass his legs. This is what we refer to as the guard. His legs are his first means of guarding himself on the ground, right? So I need to get past. If I go into his guard, this is called closed guard, he can attack me. He can do submissions, for instance, a Kimura, right? He can do things like that. So I don't really want to be in his guard. That's something that he would want, right? So if your back's on the ground, if you're him, this is a good position to pull your opponent into, where then you can begin sweeping your opponent or submitting them, right? If he submits me, he just ends the fight from here, right? Go ahead, go for a Kimura or a choke, boom, he ends the fight. Where's the fuzzy part? I'll just kind of redo saying that. So if you're in his position, so if you're in his position, you want to look to either end the fight from where you are, right, with a submission, right? Go ahead, do a Kimura, right? That ends the fight, right? Or he's looking to sweep me to get on top, do like a scissor sweep. Or that's a hip bump sweep, but that's fine, right? And he's on top. All right. So if I'm in someone's closed guard, you have to know that if I'm close to him like this is what he wants. He can attack me easier and control me easier here. I want to posture up, get upright, and get away from him. And then eventually I want to break open his guard and pass his guard. So I need to get past his legs to a position such as side control, where his legs are no longer in the picture and he can't attack me with his legs. At the same time, I now have more attacking options. I have more control options. I can hold him down from here. I can look for easy submissions from here, right? So if you're So if you're approaching someone and their legs are up, you have to think of different ways that you can get past his legs. You have to know that there's open guard, his legs are just open. There's closed guard, and then there's half guard. These are some of the most common guards that you're going to see. There's more guards, but these are the basic ones, right? Even when he's got my leg just half guard, where he's got one of my legs entangled, he can look to go ahead, get an underhook, and go ahead, climb up. He can start attacking and potentially take my back or put me in submission still. Even here, he can Kimura me, right? So you have to watch out when you're entangled in someone's legs, when you're in someone's guard, no matter what the guard is, he can then attack. So when I pass the guard, he can't attack. It's gonna be a lot harder, all right? So we have side control. Side control is good, right? And I'm always looking to progress. I mentioned this earlier, right? So if I'm in a good position, such as side control, I wanna hold him down and try to submit him. If I can't submit my opponent from here, I'm looking to progress. I'm looking to advance to a better position. This could be something like knee on belly, right? It could be me advancing to something like mount, right? I have more control on him, right? I have more control and he's got less control and less options. I can do things like Americana. If this was a street fight, I could be punching him in the face. I could be looking for things like arm bars, right? I have more control and more options. So in sport jiu-jitsu, the better your position is on someone, the more points they award, right? So if I got past someone's legs, they award you 3 points to get to somewhere like here. If I get to mount, they award 4 points. And then the best position in jiu-jitsu, go ahead, sit up for me, is back control. If I could advance my position and get all the way to back control, he can't even attack me from here. And here I can go for easy submissions, such as rear naked chokes, right? I can go for arm bars, right? And if you're in any of these bad positions, you're looking to escape. So if you're in Chase's position here, right, he's looking to escape. He's looking to defend and get out. So if you're a beginner and you don't know, you don't have the technical know-how of like how to do an arm bar, how to do a Kimura, or how to do some of the moves, you still have to think of like, how can I progress from here? At least know the main positions, as I mentioned earlier. I'll run through them again. But know the main positions and think about how you can progress, right? So even if I'm, go ahead, lay down, right? I don't know how to submit him here. At the very least, I have to know how to control and hold him down here. If I can only control and I can't submit, look to advance, get to a better position, learn how to hold and control him here, right? If you're a bigger guy, if you're over 200 pounds, this might be the best position for you. If you're a smaller person, you're maybe under 170, then getting on someone's back, that's going to be the best position for you. Especially if you have long enough legs where you can do something like a body lock. I can completely latch to my opponent while going for chokes. Here, rotate us. Look how I'm completely latched to him. So if he starts moving in any direction, I'm like stuck to him and I can start going for chokes and attacks, right? So again, starting from the beginning, if we're on the feet, I need to take him to the ground. I mentioned the point system earlier. I can get 2 points if I take him to the ground. If I do a double leg and take him to the ground, right? Maybe I pulled guard and he needs to get past my legs, but I can also sweep him. And if I sweep him and I get on top, I can get 2 points, all right? If my back's on the ground, right? He's looking to pass my guard. And if he passes my guard, he's looking to control. And if I'm in one of these bad positions, I have to look to get out. And one thing you should never do is just turn away blindly from your opponent, because he'll just jump on your back like so. And now I just gave him the best position. So a good rule of thumb is to always face your opponent. Try to get your knees, your forearms, your shins in the way and eventually get your legs wrapped around them in some manner to get a hold of them, to get control over them. This could be a closed guard, or I even mentioned a half guard earlier as well. Some way that I can latch onto them even when I'm in a bad spot to start to look to sweep and get on top. Like I can start looking for sweeps and now I'm in the good position. So you may not have the technical know-how of how to do all these techniques, but when you first start training, just think about how you can progress your position. You go to, you slap bump and you start to go to train and roll, and a lot of your techniques or whatever you may know kind of goes out the window. At least think, can I control them from here? Can I advance to get to a better position from here? How can I get on top from here? Those kind of things are going to help you out in the long run. So I hope this video was helpful. This is just like a basic strategy when you're getting into jiu-jitsu. Most people that have been training for a while already know this, but you always want to keep looking for that progression. So like I said, this is a great beginner video that just to help you guys get those things in your head and start thinking about how you want to start training and how you want to progress when you're rolling and going live with your partners. If you thought that video was helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more content just like this.